Oh, me. Well, I hope everybody's got a beautiful day going on today here at home. I'm out here. Let me change let's see. I might want to change the direction of where the camera is setting here because it's sort of looking down. We change that around a little bit. I'm out here at my little work building beside the house. Thought I'd get out here and do a little yard work and a few other things. Beautiful day out here today. Hey, Heavy Ranch. Hey, Greg, how are you? Hey, Chris. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out here today. I thought I would just get outside. I hope the signal's coming through good. I'm playing around with this new iPad and everything and seeing if I can get a good signal. Hey, Ponca. I hope everything's going good for everybody out there. It's a crazy world out there today. I tell you, it's a crazy, crazy situation. I don't know. You can hear me well and everything looks good. Okay, that's great. That's great. I just wanted to make sure everything's coming through good. Hey, Budget Tools. I guess I'm a peasant then, Budget Tools. Me. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? Yeah, we got to get out here. Us peasants have to get out here and do some yard work then. And my wife's out there in her garden right now pulling out weeds and doing a few things and told me to keep the camera away from her because she doesn't want the camera. Hey, Ag Tech. Hey, yeah, she wanted the, hey, Montana. Yeah, and you hear my border collie in the background there. We're just enjoying the sunshine. You want to see that garden cart? It's actually out here with me. Let me turn it around here a second. I'll turn it around. Oh, so there's my. It's not 4,000, but there's my wife's motorized. That's her motorized wheelbarrow. Of course, here's my monster. I got to get going here. This is my little. Well, it ain't little. It's a pretty good sized lawnmower. It's a Dixie chopper. It's got, as you see there, it's the diesel. That's a three-cylinder Caterpillar diesel in it, and it's a house of a. It's a house of a. Let me get around here and you see. I'll turn it around so we can. Oh, if I can show it. If I can get the camera situated right off the breather. See, it's a Caterpillar engine in this. Good morning. Oh yeah, it's holding air today. Yeah, I had to put some Fix-A-Flat in. It's up today, so yeah, it's holding a little bit of air. So I got to get out here and do a little aerating and a few things, trying to get throw a few more grass seeds out if I can, and all that sort of stuff. I got to get over here and get the pollen off my car. It's got my little coop. It's got it all between that and cats getting on the back of it. I can see cat marks here. I got to get it cleaned off here. I've got a lot of pollen on it, so I got to. Let me hit that. I didn't. Yeah, I thought about doing that with foam. They're just cracking on me and everything. I thought about filling them up with foam. That might be an idea, because daggum, they're expensive tires. I know that. Real expensive tires. Yeah, I've got to do a little bit of yard work and a few things. The azaleas are popping out there a little bit. There's one of my border collies there. And yeah, I got to just get out and about and see what I can get done. Like I said, I got to get pollen off stuff there. I got pollen all over my 2 pickups out here. As you can tell, that one's blue, but it's about green today. Yeah, I got a lot of work on hand here that I need to do today. I'm gonna walk out here. I got to get my mulch patch, not patch, get my mulch pile straightened out. Raining in Michigan, boy, it's a beautiful day here. We don't have a cloud in the sky here, as you can tell. Hope it's not too shaky on you guys. I'm just walking out here. I got a few wood chips I gotta turn. As you can tell, there quite a good many out here. I got this pile of wood chips, and the boy that brings me chips, he's got another pile about this big or bigger out at my Napa store. I've let him do that, but I always like having chips and mulch and everything else. It comes in handy out here. I spread it around, make the yard look good and stuff like that, and so I like to get it and turn it. A 15-mile-an-hour wind, Lord have mercy. That's the tough part about being out there in Oklahoma, I know. It can be tough. Yeah, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. I got to get these trailers emptied out here. I got a bunch of stuff. Does anybody need some chairs? I got a few office chairs I got to get rid of. I'm gonna have to have me a yard sale one day. I bought way too much stuff at a auction a couple of months ago, and of course I did okay. I got my money's worth back out of most of it, what I needed to move, but now it's like everything else. I guess my profit's sitting in the trailers right now. I got this cabin back here has a big AV unit in it where it's got a place for a great big pop-up screen TV. I hadn't ever got that in back working yet. Because I got a bunch of cable. I need to take this cable out to I need to take that out to the building there. Like a lot of stuff I've got. But it is what it is. We'll make the best of it. You know, when you get to these sales, like I said, you usually buy way more than you need. I do. Let me turn this around. Yeah, I get into buying more than I really need sometimes. Of course, Chris, if you know what I'm talking about. Chris is a big auction guy too. You'll get into doing and buy more than you need. And hey, Mark, how are you? It's a pretty day down here, isn't it, Mark? Mark lives down the road from me about 12 or 13 miles. He knows what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful day here in North Carolina. I couldn't ask for a prettier spring day, that's for sure. I just hate all this other crap's going on. Let me stabilize this a little bit here. Yeah, fresh air is good for all of us. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna move my camera here one little bit. See if I can move it back. Whoops. I'm making mistakes. Hey, Mechanic Mike, how are you? Yeah, I'm just out here at my work. This is my work building beside my house. I got a little 20 by 40 building out here. everybody needs a little building, you know, that you keep your own junk in. My problem is I got too many buildings and too much junk, or too much. Amen. I say my wife didn't want to. My wife said she wasn't going to say anything or be on there, be on the camera at all. But she put a big amen on that. Let me turn things around. Go back down here toward the house. You better hush, I'll turn the camera on you. Boy, everything's got pollen all over it, hasn't it? Every car, every truck. The pollen's really getting out here. I'm gonna get out here where I can get out of the direct sunlight. Down here in my backyard here. Hope y'all don't mind seeing my backyard. All right, there comes my friendly puppy. Hey, puppy. You gonna hop up here? Oh, okay. I'll show you my, oh, whoops. Here's my friendly pup. Hey, you gonna say hey to everybody? Huh? You gonna say hey to everybody? Yeah, you gonna say hey to everybody? Yeah. Huh? You gonna talk? You wanna talk? That's it, yeah, just talk. Huh? And what you doing? Huh? Huh? What you doing? You do. What do you want to do? You do. What do you want to do? Nothing better than having a dog talk to you. Yeah, now you want to get back under my arm again, don't you? I put my arm down and he comes snug. Yeah, you want to be right underneath there, don't you? All right, I'll snuggle with you a little bit. Oh gosh, yeah. North Carolina's under the shelter in place. The whole state will be Monday. My county is right now. Yeah, it's a lap dog, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh, you want me to jump up there, do you? You want me to get on? Well, you got the cushion. I can't do that. All right, let me turn this around here. Yeah, he's a lap dog. Yeah, well, the cushion's away. I can't sit over there beside you. I'd have to sit over here on this one. I have to sit over here on this one and look outside. Yeah. Whoa, don't get behind me. No, don't get behind me, doggy. Here, we'll turn it around so both of us can be seen. Well, at least thought I would anyway. Yeah, but it's getting to be a tough one out there. It's such a I don't know, gut wrenching feeling that everything is shut down and nobody can do anything, sort of. I mean, the store did real good yesterday because I think everybody was trying to make sure that they were going to get all their stuff. Are y'all going to be until April 7th? I don't know how long we're going to be. I was thinking they're saying sometime in May, almost May 1st or something for us. I don't know. This crazy stuff, there's not, the thing that really bothers me, there's not that many cases let me rephrase it, not that many deaths in North Carolina. There's several cases of people getting it, but at the same token, we've had way more people died from regular flu, and way more people died with car wrecks, and way more people have died with other tragedies other than this. And I'm just, you know, it's tough. It's tough. It's there. I really don't understand. I think some of it is political, and they can say what they want to. They've let the doctors tell us what to do. And the doctors, I mean, you know, in some cases, doctors would shut down the spread of stuff for anything. But, you know, they don't panic so much for other flus. And this one's come through, and they're making it they're making it way more than it has to be. I'm afraid. Whoops! Here comes somebody. Oh, yeah, it's very upsetting. It's very upsetting that we're going through all this, and I'm not really happy with it at all. Y'all just had your first death out in Montana. But I mean, the natural progression of death and everything else, there's going to be so many people that die from everything. And we are making this more pandemic, or it's a, it's a scare right now. I think it's a scare tactic. I mean, the people that get it, yeah, they get sick. But, you get the regular flu, you're going to get sick. You're going to have problems. You're going to feel like you're going to die. But they've really got this to the extreme right now. So I don't know. I don't know. It's really messed up. Well, they're going to make the economy collapse, and that's what's scary. I mean, what's going to be worse when people don't have money and can't buy food and can't do things? Well, there went both my dogs flying behind me. um, I mean, it comes a point in time that you have to say, what's the lesser of the two evils? And right now, I think the killing of the economy is way worse. I mean, I don't want to see anybody die, and God forbid, maybe we'll learn our lesson. Yeah, buy ammo up, that's for sure. And that's what they were saying. They were saying that gun sales are going out the roof right now. Okay, let's get it. I'll tell you what, we got somebody that actually had it here, Everyday Fleet Tech. Okay, now, is it worse than anything that you've ever had before? I know it's nothing to play with, but is it worse than any other flu that you've ever had before? I mean, I had pneumonia one time, and I thought I was going to die with pneumonia. And Everyday Fleet Tech, for the people that just signed in, actually caught the COVID-19 on. He went on vacation, and he's in here right now. It was way worse than anything. Well, do you feel like that the spreading is getting way worse than what they're saying, or what is your opinion on that, Everyday Fleet Tech? Because you definitely have got more opinion about it than anybody else. Yeah, I'm wondering about, the problem is, I know it's a sickness, and I know that everybody ought to be prepared for it, but are we over, do we have an overkill of it right now? That's what I'm wondering about. Are we, are we, are they playing it up too hard, or, or is it, or is it something that you feel like that we need to shut the entire government down? You're saying that it's 4 times more likely. Now, I've got a driver that's being tested right now for it. I have a driver that she came back from a vacation like you in Florida, and she's being tested right now. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I'm just hoping that they will. I guess the biggest scare that we've got out there is that they don't have enough proper medication. But then you hear some of the yeah, and that's the whole thing. I mean, we essentially we've shut everything completely down out here right now. I mean, there's a leveling off point there that you got to have. That do we keep everything so condensed that are so retracted that we can. We can't really retract the entire economy anymore. I mean, it's getting to the point we're getting runs cut right now, and I knew this would happen. Once this freight starts falling off some, they're going to start cutting runs, and they've already started doing that on us. We had one run cut yesterday and one run cut today. And that's what's going to happen because all these businesses are closing down. So we don't have as many places to deliver to. So once that happens, then the amount of freight's falling off, then our need for our services are going to go down, even though everybody needs our services because, we're bringing the essentials. But it comes a point in time when it gets to be less and less profitable for us, then we have to shut down that business. So it's really a catch-22 situation. Yeah, there's well, and that's what they're doing. They're taking a temporary hit right now, but I think there's going to come a point in time that they're going to have to say now there's a tipping point, and you can't let the economy go completely dead. I mean, you're going to actually have people going out of business. I mean, there's going to be business casualties out of this if there's not already. I'm hurting more in business than I was, but I'm not a casualty yet. And I say yet because it could turn on me too. And even though I'm an essential, and I look for my Napa store is going to take a big hit, I'm afraid. I mean, we had a good day yesterday, but I think that was because of the fact that a lot of people thought they weren't going to be able to get out today. Yeah, I mean, I actually talked to my brother-in-law, who is a doctor. I talked to him this morning, and he's in agreement with me. I mean, of course, he looks at it through the medical profession, and he also looks at it as in the business sense of it too. And some of it has gotten blown out of proportion. This deal with not Mario, but Mario Cuomo's son, what Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, he kept preaching and preaching and raising Cain with Trump, saying, you need to get me 40,000 ventilators, and you need to get all this. And to come to find out, they had 4,000 ventilators in a warehouse, and they hadn't even used them. They had 4,000 ventilators that they had not even used, but he was still raising Cain about it. Yeah, yeah, and I would imagine, like I say, it's going to happen. I hope that, like I said, we hope we have a survival of everything. I don't want anybody to die. I mean, I'm like Trump. There's no death. Yeah, I think Cuomo's an idiot too. I mean, he's mark my word, guys. Mark my word. He is posturing himself for a political takeover on the Democratic side. I mean, if y'all can't see it, you know, people ought to see that. He's on the TV every single day, and he's up there trying to act like he's a super duper leader every single day, and he's wanting to get votes. That's a vote getting thing. That's all that is. Uh, he knows that he's going to get his brothers over at CNN, and his brother's going to help push his agenda as much as he can. So that is that's a political ploy right there if there ever was one, because he doesn't need to get on there and raise Cain. They ought to be sounding more cooperative than combative. Right now they're combative with each other, and for him to say, "Oh, you got to give me this and you got to give me that," and then to keep 4,000 ventilators that are needed in his warehouse because he said, "Oh, well, they weren't needed yet." And it's already been proven that there's hospitals that said they needed ventilators. So he's lying. He's flat out lying on that. And he just got caught with his pants down there, and he just didn't want to admit it. Yeah. Well, and that's true. That's always a good slogan for all times. We all need to be ready to meet our maker. That's for certain. And yeah, Atlanta's got a rough. Everyday Fleet Tech lives in the Atlanta area, and Atlanta's getting to be a hot spot. That's for sure. And there's a lot of these places like that. Now I'm hoping. I don't know if the weather. They say viruses do die back with the warmer weather. We're getting warmer weather. I hope that is the case. I hope, like a regular flu, that it will, kind of taper off somewhat. Because I mean, it's, great. Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's tough out there. It is really tough out there right now. And I, we, the main thing, we got to stick together as a nation right now. We've got people that, don't, you know, they want to be political, and I don't want to be political. Other than saying, hey guys, come together. Don't be trying to use this tragedy as a political plot. Yeah, well, I guess there's never a good day to die, and I don't want to. I've lived a pretty full life I myself. I feel very fortunate, but I don't know if there's ever a day you want to say, well, this is my last day, and I'm willing to chunk it in and everything because I don't want to. I want to continue living and live my life to the fullest and to the end. But I just hope we can you know get things straightened out because it is so disheartening. I mean, I'm gonna turn this around here a second. When I look out here and I see a beautiful azalea, see my azaleas popping out and everything like that, and my garden's growing and everything, and I got a nice pretty lake behind my house and everything. When I see things like that, and I want to live life to the fullest. Yeah, that, and that's a thing to do every day, Fleet Tech. I know it, and that's what aggravates me is I don't think people ought to use this as a political thing. Yeah, I'm gonna stand up here because I think my garden's a lot prettier than me, and I'll just spin around, let y'all see what I look at every day. This is one reason I love living out here where I do. I mean, I like my place. I mean, I'm back here on the backside of a family farm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, we got a lot of birds out here. In a few months, my wife's going to have this really looking pretty. I mean, it's coming along right now. She hadn't got all the flowers hadn't bloomed. Our cherry tree out there was looking pretty last week, and now it's losing some of its blooms and everything. But we got a bunch of dogwoods and just she's got all kind of different flowers back here. So it in a couple of months I'll have to bring you back out here and let you see what I have, and it'll look even prettier. But I like it. I'll spin it around here. Here's the back side of my house. Yeah, I like dogwoods. Yeah, I'm a. Yeah, she's a. Well, you go out and plant some tomatoes, and I hope you're feeling way better than you were last week, because I saw you last week and it was tough for you a little bit here. As you can see all my pollen I got to get off of this furniture. Pollen is really taking goes into my den there, and there's some barn doors. If y'all wondering what that is, that's some barn doors. My wife had a guy paint pictures on those barn doors. Those barn doors were in her daddy's barn. Yeah, well, yeah, I'd have to move them 6 foot apart if we have a party down here, wouldn't I? Well, yeah, that's probably what I need to do. Just take the water hose out here, and I've taken the blower on it sometimes. But yeah, this is my back deck area. My wife's, she's got all kind of doodads and everything else. I have to walk up the steps. I'll give you a viewpoint of it again here. We enjoy it. We enjoy it. These are all, that's a pencil artist rendition of the old junior high. Then there's the old high school. Both of those buildings are torn down here in our town. And then there's the shake shop. That's a eatery that's famous in our hometown. And there's the pencil of the depot, train depot. And then there's the first mayor's office and that sort of stuff. So I don't need to bore you with that kind of stuff, but I thought I'd put it out there. Well, guys, I'm gonna get off here, and I've enjoyed talking to everybody this morning. Thought I'd just kind of jump on and see what's going on. All right, well, I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.